Hello everyone, welcome to all. This is Dr. Vigneshwar Mekha, Assistant Professor of Geography, Government Degree College for Women's, Begumpet, Hyderabad. Here we shall discuss about the chapter 2, Agriculture Types, Land Use, Cropping Pattern and Production, Part 2. In this video, we will discuss about the types of agriculture. The classification of the agriculture types of the world is very difficult because of the complexity of the farming activities due to very geographical and economic conditions. Economic geographers have classified 8 important types of world agriculture as follows. They are 1. On the basis of the expansion of the land. 2. On the basis of the availability of water. 3. On the basis of cropping pattern. 4. On the basis of seasonal variations. 5. On the basis of volume of production and their nature. 6. On the basis of social system. 7. On the basis of ownership of the land. And 8. On the basis of geographical characteristics. The classification of the agricultural types of the world is very difficult because of the complexity of farming activities due to varied geographical economic conditions. Economic geographers have classified the types of agriculture depending on their expansion, availability of water, cropping pattern, volume of production, season variations, regional concentrations, social system, ownership of land, etc. Now, let us see the types of agriculture based on the various parameters. On the basis of these factors, following types of world agricultures have been identified and mentioned in the following paragraphs. They are 1. On the basis of the expansion of land, agriculture can be divided into 2 types. A. Intensive agriculture. B. Extensive agriculture. Second, on the basis of availability of the water, agriculture can be divided into 3 types. They are 1. Humid farming, 2. Irrigated farming, and 3. Dry farming. 3. On the basis of cropping pattern, the agriculture can be divided into again 3 types. A. Monoculture, that is single crop agriculture. B. Duoculture, that is double crop agriculture. And C. Oligoculture or multiculture, that is multiple crop agriculture. The 4th parameter, the seasonal variation. On the basis of seasonal variations, the agriculture can be divided into 3 types. They are 1. Winter crop agriculture, 2. Summer crop agriculture, and 3. Autumn crop agriculture. As in Indian traditions, the agriculture can be divided into 2 types. A. Kharif crops and B. Rabi crops. Sometimes in India, the 3rd crop of agriculture also found, that is the Zaid agriculture, Zaid crop agriculture. 5th, on the basis of volume of production and their nature, agriculture can be divided into the 4 types. They are A. Simple subsistence agriculture, B. Intensive subsistence agriculture, C. commercial grain farming, and D, plantation agriculture. And sixth is, on the basis of social system, the agriculture again can be divided into three categories. A, capitalistic form of agriculture, B, socialistic form of agriculture, and C, feudalistic form of agriculture. The seventh is, on the basis of ownership of land, the collective state farming, cooperative farming, and individual farming. Three types of agriculture are identified. And the eighth, on the basis of regional characteristics. The agriculture again can be divided into four types, namely A, monsoon type of agriculture, B, Mediterranean type of agriculture, C, mixed farming of Northwest Europe, and D, tropical and subtropical plantation agriculture. In the above mentioned agriculture types, a great deal of overlapping is there. Therefore, it creates complexities in classification. To avoid all such complication, it is better to group the world agriculture types according to the characteristics features both of organization and crops, which give each type a uniqueness. The main agriculture types of the world have been depicted in the figure that appears you on the screen. Now, let's discuss about the important agriculture types. Firstly, we will look into the intensive agriculture and extensive agriculture. These agricultural types are based on the expansion of land. Intensive agriculture. Intensive agriculture system of cultivation using a large amounts of labor and capital relative to land area. Large amounts of labor and capital are necessary for the application of fertilizers, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides to growing crops. And capital is particularly important to the acquisition and maintenance of high efficiency machinery for planting, cultivating, harvesting, as well as irrigation equipments where required. Optimal use of these materials and machines produces significantly great crop yields per unit of land than extensive agriculture, which uses little capital or labor. As a result, a farm using intensive agriculture will require less land than an extensive agriculture farm to produce a similar product. In practice, however, the increased economies and efficiencies of intensive agriculture often encourage farm operators to work very large tracts in agriculture in order to keep their capital investments in machinery productively engaged, that is busy. On the level of theory, the increased productivity of intensive agriculture enables the farmer to use a relatively smaller land area and that is located close to market. Where land values are high relative to labor and capital, and this is true in many parts of the world. If cost of labor and capital outlays for machinery and chemicals and cost of storage and transportation to market are too high, then farmers may find it more profitable to turn to extensive agriculture. However, in practice, Many relatively small-scale farmers employ some combination of intensive and extensive agriculture, and many of these operate relatively close to markets. Many large-scale farm operators, especially in such relatively vast and agriculture advanced nations as Canada and United States of America, practice intensive agriculture in areas where land values are relatively low and at great distances from markets, and farm enormous tracts of land with high yields. However, in such societies, overproduction often results in diminished profit as a result of the depressed prices. Extensive agriculture. This system of crop cultivation using small amounts of labor, capital in relation to area of land being farmed. The crop yield in extensive agriculture depends primarily on the natural fertility of the soil, terrain, climate, and availability of availability of water. Extensive agriculture is distinguished from intensive agriculture in that the latter, employing large amounts of labor and capital, enables one to apply fertilizers, insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and to plant, cultivate, and harvest mechanically. Because extensive agriculture produces a lower yield per unit of land, and its use commercially requires large quantities of land in order to be profitable. This demand for land means that extensive agriculture must be carried on where land values are low in relation to labor and capital, which in turn means that extensive agriculture is practiced where population densities are low and thus usually at some distances from primary markets. The next, subsistence farming. There are two types of subsistence farming as the following. They are: one, primitive or simple subsistence farming, and two, intensive subsistence farming. Firstly, we will look into the primitive or the simple subsistence farming. The primitive farming is the oldest form of agriculture and still prevalent in some areas of the world. From primitive gathering, some people have taken a step upward on the economic ladder by learning the art of domesticating plants, and their economy has moved into primitive cultivation. This type of farming is done oneself, one done on self-sufficient basis, and farmers grow food only for themselves and their families. Some small surpluses may be either exchanged by barter or sold for cash. The resultant economy is thus static with little chance for improvement, but there is a high degree of rural independence because farmers are not tied to landlords or to trading centers. Location of simple subsistence farm. This form of agriculture is widely practiced by many of the tribes, especially in Africa, in tropical South and Central America, and in Southeast Asia. It is better to known as shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation is practiced in the tropics by many different peoples and thus has many different names, that is milpa in Central America and parts of Africa, conico in Venezuela, roca in Brazil, masol in Jairi, ladang in Malaysia, puma in Indonesia, kaigin in the Philippines, taugia in Burma, Tamrai in Thailand, Bewar or Koda in India, and Chena in Sri Lanka. Characteristics of the primitive subsistence agriculture. The primitive subsistence agriculture or the shifting agriculture is characterized by the following features. 1. Sites for the ladang are usually selected in the virgin forests by the experienced elders. Hill slopes are preferred because of better drainage. Many ladangs are located in the remote interiors far from the main population centers. This is partly for historical reasons, as most shifting cultivators have been forced into less favorable areas by the expansion of more advanced farmers into the lower and better lands. Their isolation hinders their progress and makes the spread of new ideas more difficult. The forests are usually cleared by fire, and the ashes owed to the fertility of the site. Trees that are not burnt or hacked out by the men are left to decay naturally. Shifting cultivation is thus also called slash and burn agriculture. The cultivated patches are usually very small, about 0.5 to 1 hectare or 1 to 3 acres, scattered in their distribution and separated from one another by dense forests or bush. Cultivation is done with very primitive tools such as sticks and hoes without the aid of machines or even draught animals. Much manual labor is needed in land clearance to produce food for a few people. Thus, despite the fact that the little attention is given to the crops when they are once planted, no other form of farming is so wasteful of human energy and so unrewarding as shifting cultivation. Few crops are raised in the landings. The main crops are starchy foods, that is tapioca, cassava, manioc, yams, maize or corn, millet, upland rice, beans, and bananas. Crops are sown at calculated intervals, often between the other plants, so that the harvest can be staggered to provide food all the year round. Much the same types of crops are grown in all the farms. Short periods of crop occupancy alternate with large periods of famine. When the yields can no longer support the community because of soil exhaustion or in the invasion of weeds and shrubs, the fields are abundant and fresh areas clear. Field rotation rather than the crop rotation is practiced. This form of migratory agriculture still supports many of the aboriginal tribes of the tropical rainforest despite the efforts made by the local governments to resettle them. The exhaustion of soil nutrients, deterioration of the lightly constructed bamboo houses, and attack by insect pests, diseases, or wild animals are some of the major reasons that make migration a necessity. A more advanced form of subsistence farming is sedentary subsistence agriculture in tropical lowlands, where the fallow fields are frequently reused and the community stays permanently in one spot. Crop rotation is also practiced in some places and greater attention is given to the land and the crops sown. Methods of tillage are more intensive, though crude land implements are often still used and there is a greater employment of manpower in the fields. This type of economy is capable of sustaining a relatively larger population on a permanent basis. Many more animals are kept, including buffaloes, swine, and asses, and animals are used for draught purposes on the farm as well as to supply milk or meat. Crops are sown in the cool season and the grown caught throughout the rainy period to be harvested in dry season. Many sedentary farmers in Central America and Southeast Asia also find jobs on plantations and return to their homes periodically with their earnings. In Southeast Asia and West Africa, subsistence farming may be combined with the cultivation of cash crops or with the collection and sale of forest products. So far, we focused on the classification of agriculture or the types of agriculture. In that, we dealt with the intensive agriculture and extensive agriculture, then followed by the, the primitive subsistence agriculture. In the next session, we will focus on the rest of the classifications. Video by Jan. It's